You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we have a truck diecast for GMS Racing, and not only a truck diecast, it is the one and only Chase Elliott in a very awesome AShoc paint scheme. We've had a few of these paint schemes, well, not a few, we've had one paint scheme come out, which was the Cup car, and no, we had the Dirt car too, and they looked so good. Even the Dirt car looked really nice. Now, I only picked up the Cup car. I'm not really a Dirt guy, to be honest. I don't really keep up, I don't really watch, and I'm not paying $20 for something I'm not really interested in, you know, no offense to any of the dirt racers or, you know, dirt lovers of any kind. It's just simply not for me. Now, AShoc is something I have not tried before. I used to call it AFtershock for a long time. I don't know why, but I used to, instead of just AShoc. But they have a can. I saw it on Instagram. Somebody had it. But it was an AShoc can, and it had Elliott on it, and it had like his championship moment. It had like pictures of Elliott at Phoenix when he won the championship, and it was a really cool can. But I haven't seen AShoc anywhere. Actually, no, I think I've seen it at Walmart. I could be wrong. I don't know where it really distributes. I know Rowdy does not distribute to Walmart because I've looked for it. But I think they might be at Food City or something. But either way, yeah, they are at Food City, I believe. But again, either way, for the AShoc, I have not tried it. Personally, I don't really like the energy drinks because I feel like it does some damage to a, you know, kind of a heftier guy like myself. So I'd much rather not take any chances, you know, while I can. So I try to stay away from the super high in caffeine stuff. Now, I've had Monster before. I've had the golden can. I've had a couple of those, actually. But other than that, I'm not really an energy drink person. But again, this is the AShoc. This is Chase Elliott, a very nice paint scheme. I would have the Cup car to compare, but I don't know where it is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. It's in a tote somewhere, but I've got a lot of totes for the moving process whenever I get my room built, so I don't really know exactly which one it's in. But there's no need to fear because I still have it somewhere in here. I just don't really know where. But whenever I get my room built, I will have it on display, and we'll do a diecast kind of video, and that'll be a pretty cool little thing to do as well. But anyway, again, the truck paint scheme. I don't know where this is ran. I mean, again, I have no clue. But again, just a really nice paint scheme. I would assume it's very similar to the Cup car. Again, if I had it here, I would do a diecast comparison, but unfortunately, I cannot. But nonetheless, a very sweet paint scheme. So, let's go ahead and get into this diecast truck review for the Chase Elliott AShoc 2021. Right? 2021? Yes, 2021. I didn't really know the year for whatever reason. Here's the diecast out of the box, and of course, with it being a energy drink sponsorship, this is on a clear plastic base. Now, normally, I would take these diecasts off the base, but as of right now, I'm going to keep them on because you can always take them off, but you can never put them back on. So just in case I want to sell it or something later on down the road, you know, to keep its value or maybe even increase value, I'm going to leave this on the base, you know, just in case, just an in-case factor. But I can always take it off if I want to. But again, you can never put it back on because this is a glued shut or glued sealed screw. And not only that, it is a triangle bit. So I don't really know how to get a triangle bit. But, you know, again, just going to keep on the base. Save me the hassle. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, for the paint scheme, again, it looks very good. I love the red. Now, 7-Eleven was the first thing I actually noticed. But, oh, there's the can I was talking about. Look. That's what yeah. So I had Elliott in the victory lane with the championship trophy, but I had the paint scheme beside it. That's what I was talking about. That's what I meant. I didn't know exactly how the can looked. But I definitely remember now. Anyway, got AShoc right there. Got a very matte finish to this. I really like it. I like the matte black and the matte red. Looks really nice. AShoc Performance Energy there. Got Camping World, of course, a very shiny decaling here. I just messed up that entire window. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. Got the 24 right there. All nice and stretched because, you know, why not, right? Got the little Silverado light back here. Got Elliott right there on the rear banner. Got Chevrolet. Oh, we got to flip this upside down. Let's see. AShoc Performance Energy available at 7-Eleven and Walmart, again, I believe. So Adrenaline Shock is the actual drink name. I always call it an Aftershock. Again, I don't know why, but I stopped that. So there's that. There's got the cans there. Got the Chevy, the Chevy bow tie with the Chevrolet text underneath that on the front part of the spoiler. Kind of all over the place. Anyway, AShoc Performance Energy. Got Silverado. Got the little Chevy bow tie down there on the little, what looks to be, what? Okay, my cat was struggling for a second. What looks to be like a little license plate type deal. Got the 24 down on the bottom right corner. Got the little Silverado taillights back here. So got the AShoc Performance Energy 711. Of course, that's where it's available. Look at all that free space, man. Oh, that bothers me. Ooh, I do like that pinstripe, though. It goes from the B-post backwards. I like that. It looks really good. And, of course, for whatever reason, there's a freaking hair. But for whatever reason, they don't have the windows on these trucks. And I never figured out why, but they don't. Chase Elliott got the Chevrolet GMS. GMS, once again, they got the little AShoc A there. So you got the 24. You got the little stripes here. Got a bunch of contingencies. So you got NASCAR race truck, not NASCAR race car. Camping World Mobile 1, Cometic, Holly E5 Tilton, Calico, maybe? Can't tell what that one is. Mobile 1, ARP, and whatever that one is there. Got the Goodyear, Simpson, Sunoco. Of course, you got the Goodyear tires sitting right there. Moving on to the front of this car, if I could, or car, pulled an OBB there. Sorry, OBB, didn't mean to call you out. But moving to the front of the truck, got this little bit of a reddish type around the headlights and stuff. It really reminds me of the Hooters paint scheme. Again, not going to complain, it looks really good. But I mean, again, I'll say it once, and I'll say it twice, and I'll say it 10 times if you allow me to. I hate the front ends of the Chevy Silverados, the Chevy Camaros for the Xfinity series, but everything else is fine. Now, I'm a Chevy guy. I love my Chevys, I really do. Now, to be fair, I do own a Dodge and a Nissan, but I like my Chevys, I really do. And with that being said, it hurts to say that I don't like the front ends of the new Camaros for the Xfinity series, and of course the new front ends for the trucks. I mean, it's been a couple years for the trucks and Xfinity and stuff, but I mean, still, I'm not a fan, never been a fan. The back end's fine, other than the fake exhaust pipes on the Xfinity cars. Now, being a car guy, that kills me, because that's where they're supposed to be, but on a stock car, it's different, so they shouldn't have it there, but, you know, it's whatever. It bothers me. But, yeah, nonetheless, again, this paint scheme's really awesome. As I've said before, I don't know where it ran. I believe it was only a one-off race, though, if I'm correct on that. I don't know how good he did. But, I mean, Elliott's a pretty good driver, especially 2020. I feel like 2020 got a little washed up. In 2022, he's not doing so hot. And honestly, I can kind of say the same about Larson and Bowman, but Byron's on fire. Byron's doing pretty darn good. Now, I've been paying attention to Bowman recently, and he's actually been getting a couple of top 10s pretty frequently. So, I don't know. He might do better later on. He might not. But as far as Larson and Elliott, it seems like Larson just can't get a break for whatever reason. And Elliott, his speed hasn't been there. But, I mean, he's still not a bad driver. Don't get me wrong. Hendrick is one of the best teams right now, but at the same time, they're kind of not. They're doing better than, like, everybody else. But from their previous stats of like last year and 2020, they're not doing as good. So it's kind of a weird gray area. But, you know, nonetheless, Elliott's a really good driver. I don't hate Elliott for any reason. I do not dislike Elliott for any reason. I mean, I'm not like, oh my God, Elliott won. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so cool. And I'm at the same time, I'm not like, oh my God, Elliott won again, really. No, but I'm like, oh, Elliott won. You know, cool. Hendrick guy. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. But again, you know, nonetheless, enough about that. But if you have not picked up this diecast, I recommend you do. I don't know if it's gotten rare. I don't know if the values went up, because I've had this car, or no, I haven't had this truck for a while. I'm thinking about the other one, the actual like car itself. But for the truck, I don't know. I mean, it's an Elliott truck, so I would kind of assume that it would get kind of high in price here later on. So just to be safe, if I were you, especially if I was an Elliott fan, I would pick this up if I were you. You know, don't miss out while you can, right? Because, you know, chances are, with this being on a base, it's not going to be in the Authentics line. Simply because, you know, it's a energy drink. It's got to be on the base. It's kind of like a child-restricted thing, so you cannot get it in the Authentics line. which is unfortunate, you know, for the Elliott collectors, but at the same time, I would still get it nonetheless, because if anything, that makes this truck a little more rare at the same time. So definitely do not miss your chance. You can get this over at Lionel, or you can get it on the Circle B Diecast website, or you can get it on eBay. You can get it on K-State Diecast, like I do, but you know, everybody's got their own preferences. But with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this Diecast truck review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.